Hey, what's going on, guys? Indy here with Ultimate 2 Reviews, taking a look at Walmart again. Weirdly enough, Walmart seems to be like the most dynamic of any place to buy tools. And what I mean by that is they're always changing stuff up, always offering new deals. I pop over in the tool section, I'm like, what is going on here? Look at this, air hammers, 10 bucks right now. They got a ton of them here too. That is wild. Tons of sales there. Rollbacks, of course, on all their pneumatics are happening right now. I mean, 22 bucks for a 3/4 or 3/8 inch air ratchet. That's wild. We got tons of stuff here. Hyper Tough. They got so many rollbacks going on right now. It is pretty wild. I mean, are they going to give Harbor Freight a run for their money? I kind of think they already are. Rollback, rollback, rollback. And we got some decent deals here. You know, there is a lot of stuff. The Hyper Tough line, ever expanding. I know they're selling a ton of their cheap tools, but it seems like everyone kind of likes them. You know, no one's really complaining about that stuff. Everyone's kind of like, yeah, they're pretty sweet stuff. I mean, look at that, 40 bucks, 3-year warranty on a 6-amp belt sander. That is really hard to beat right there. Really, really hard to beat. It's funny because when they launched Hart a couple of years back, I thought, wow, Hart's going to take over. You know, they're going to see all Hart in here. We got more Hyper Tough now than Hart. I can definitely say that. Way more tools Hyper Tough than Hart. So that is interesting. I don't know what's going on exactly with Hart, what they're trying to do with it, but it's not, you know, not taking off like I think it would. You know, I kind of thought there'd be a lot more crazy stuff going on there, but nope, we're not seeing that at all. So interesting to see that. Now, one thing Hart still has a plenty of right now is storage. They got their stack things up here. They've got a lot of that, but Hyper Tough still offers a couple of, you know, random little things here. 5-year warranty on this, which is pretty wild. And what is the price here? $199, $198 there, not bad. So under 200 bucks still. 5-year warranty, pretty cool. I got the Hart plastic shelving here, 45 bucks, not too bad. And behind me, of course, we've got all of the tools. This changes quite a bit. Every time I'm in here, I'm like, there's something new I haven't seen before. We, of course, got bar clamps. I do not like this style at all. They do not really hold up, in my opinion, but they're cheap, you know. We got a spring clamp set, which is kind of cool. This is a ton of different sizes here. That is neat. Smaller clamps. I need to pick up a few little things of some silicone lubricant as well while I'm here, but they've got everything now from Hypertech. I mean, that is or Supertech, sorry, Supertech. They got a ton of stuff from that, you know, going on now. Oh, they got aviation snips now. I know they have these at Harbor Freight for a great deal. I don't know why they're in a box. The ones at Harbor Freight are just in like regular packaging, kind of like this. But yeah, these are a good deal for 12 bucks. Those are expensive everywhere else. I don't know why they are. Rivet tool, look at this, 5 bucks for rivet tool with rivets. That's pretty wild. We're seeing some actually good deals at Walmart right now. Nothing I really need, but we're seeing it, you know. Look at this, 6-piece home tool set. Have not seen that before. Lifetime warranty, of course. 15 bucks for a 6-piece set. Basic stuff, but it's stuff you're gonna need. There's no filler in that set at all. We got 2 screwdrivers, Phillips, and a flathead, and then of course, wrenches, pliers, all you need in there. You know, that is a great set right there. No filler, everything you need. Bam, one and done. Wow, I spoke too soon here at Harbor Freight. This is a good deal, 20 bucks. Wow, great deal from Hart. The Harbor Freight one, you can get that too. And man, I like this one because it actually includes a little magnetic bowl there. It's called magnetic bowls or pans for screws and bits and stuff like that, but that is awesome. I'm gonna pick up one of these today. That is a great deal. Not that I'm a huge fan of like the Hart stuff, but can't beat that price though. That's awesome. 55-piece screwdriver set here for 17 bucks. Yeah, got some great deals here. Wrenches, 13 bucks here. That's bigger than the Harbor Freight one for a few bucks more. Harbor Freight had the $9.99 one going on, and I think it was only like a 7-piece. This is gonna be, actually that's a bolt extractor. That's not in the right spot there. So I don't know what the price is on that, but I might find that here, somewhere over here. They're way. 7-piece ratcheting range that for 26 bucks. It's actually not a bad deal there. And it goes all the way up to 3/4 of an inch. Nice. We're seeing, oh, what is this? Mechanics wrench set in these new plastic cases. That's pretty cool. These little 2-piece magnetic tray sets. It's not in the right spot. Whoop, that's not in the right spot either. I don't know where that goes. I will have to try to find out where I can put that here in a second. Here's the wrenches. $43 for a 12-piece. That's ratcheting, cool. Where is, trying to find some of the other, this stuff is kind of a mess in here to find exactly what I need, but they got a plenty of stock, lots of cool stuff here. Yeah, I'd be curious to see if this ever goes on a bunch of rollbacks. Really cool to see what happens there. So keep my eyes open for that. All right, let's take a look at some more of the heart stuff. Get some rollbacks going on right here. $58 for a half-inch impact wrench? No, okay, I don't know what that is exactly, unless that's that. So that'd be a pretty sweet deal if that was that. No, it was $80, so that's not that. Probably this is actually probably the pneumatics are down here. So that's probably $57 now for the pneumatics. Not a bad deal there. $68 for some of their vacs. Pretty sweet deal here from Hart. The Hart stuff is basically just Ryobi. It's made by TTI. And I think what they kind of did was, hey, Ryobi, if you want to go with the slide packs, go crazy at Walmart. And that's kind of what they did. I think Walmart said, hey, we need our own line. Approach TTI, and they went from there. Got wet dry vacs here. $55. I've seen these on sale a couple of times, which is not a bad deal. They do have the metal Hart ones as well too, so they got a bunch of stuff in here. I've covered this before. This looks all pretty much staying the same. I just did a review on the Metabo HPT sawhorses, and they're like $60 for a 2-pack. But if you want to save some money, check us out. You can get it for about $28 for 2 here, and yeah, not bad. Why is this? It's kind of weird. And then for the metal ones, you're going to be about $36, $37 there with a 3-year warranty. So that's not too bad. They got some dual fuel generators here, which is cool. That's kind of new. And let me see what they've got down on the Super Tech aisle. It's always the exciting aisle down there too. And then of course, tons of accessories here. It's kind of like the odds and ends when I go to Walmart. I'm like, yeah, I might need that or I might need that, random little stuff here. So that they don't have at Harbor Freight, or I think if Harbor Freight's a little pricey on something, I'll then run to Walmart and pick it up because they've always got it. Things like, this 3-door mechanic. See, I'm surprised Harbor Freight does not have their own version of this, the US General version. I'm surprised they haven't got that out just yet, but I'm sure they'll probably figure something out with that. All right, guys, I gotta show you some of the best deals on shop towels here. I've used these in the past. They're okay, but I love these. I'm not sponsoring anything by this brand. They went up in price a little bit. I think they were $9.99. These last forever. 300 pack of these cloth-like rags. I pick up a ton of boxes of these every time I'm here because they are a fantastic deal. And of course, I can just set them in the bottom of, say, my 5-drawer cart and then leave them to the side. And I've got a great dispenser there too. They work really well. That's kind of my go-to for anywhere else. Walmart seems to have the best price on these. I'm not a fan of buying these unless you have, of course, the actual like paper towel holders, of course, there. One thing I noticed too at Walmart, they've seen a big change in oil filters. We've got Polator, Mobil 1, Fram, AC Delco here now. It used to be like almost all Super Tech, but they've reorganized this now into a couple of brands, which is interesting. I don't know why they've done that. They really need to redo some of these things here. This was broken last time. Is it still broken? Yeah, it's still broken this time. But yeah, they've got a lot of Super Tech air filters out here now, which is sweet. And yeah, they've got a couple of changes. Actually, they have another one here now. Does this one work? Nope, it still doesn't work. Cool. So yeah, you have to kind of find it on your phone first. You want to find what you need exactly. But I always like to pick up a couple of filters when I'm here, especially the Super Tech ones. If you're lucky enough to have a vehicle with a Super Tech filter, they are super cheap and they're actually really good quality filters too. I've been using them for quite a while now. Been super happy with those so far. And of course, the chemical aisle here, automotive chemical aisle, great deals on a lot of the Super Tech stuff. One of the biggest things I mentioned in pretty much every one of my videos is if you're a fan of Seafoam, it's gonna be expensive. Seafoam is almost $10 here. This is the stuff to get. The motor treatment, $5 for these things. I mostly use it to clean out, carbs quick. And whenever I find like a, mower on the side of the road, I throw some of that in, then I put some gas in. And then of course I use this for like my farm truck. I always put some in the fuel tank in there to keep the gas good. Because of course Seafoam can actually be used to stabilize gasoline too, which is nice. Fuel stabilizer, which is awesome. So it's cheaper than just buying the regular, fuel stabilizer up here. So this is kind of expensive. This is for more like super long-term use, where I want to kind of keep my fuel stabilized over just months at a time, not years. So that's one thing I definitely use that for all the time. Of course, they got engine degreaser, starting fluid. They got plenty of the Super Tech stuff. It saves me a ton now, so I definitely use it quite a bit whenever I can find it. I won't use like power steering fluid. I'm gonna buy the actual stuff that I need, and I'm gonna buy like more of a name brand for that kind of stuff when it's more critical of fluid. But I mean, like oil, Super Tech all the way. But all right, guys, that's all I've got for you today, guys. Thanks for watching. Tons of new stuff at Walmart right now. Lots of rollbacks. Really happy to see that. So, guys, if you got any other deals, let me know in the comments below. If you've seen anything else cool at Walmart. Take care, guys. Have a great day. Stay safe out there.